So I just sold my very first trading card, specifically an Avengers card. I picked up this box of cards from Dave and Adams a few months ago for $350. The box arrived, I did an unboxing, and I actually filmed it. And I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do with the video because I didn't think the quality was there because I'm not a card expert in any way, shape, or form. I did not realize how thick these cards actually were. They are thick, and I cannot open that pack. Let me try to get this thing open. I am not an expert at opening packs, so we are going to use a pair of scissors here, and we are going to cut that open and save ourselves a little bit of a struggle. And prior to recording the video, prior to unboxing any of the cards, I actually took a look at a few videos online and read a few articles to try to figure out what it was that I was supposed to be looking for, but I'm not really a card guy. So again, I didn't think that the quality of the video was where I wanted it to be. So while I was thinking through what to do with this video, I actually reached out to a few card guys and sent them photos and videos of some of the cards that I actually had on hand. And one of them, Spidey Hits, told me that I had a couple of really cool cards and encouraged me to put them up on eBay. And so I took his advice. I put the cards up on eBay, and one of them actually sold. And I was pumped about that, to be honest with you. I actually received an offer on one of the cards that I countered. That person never responded, but a few hours after that, another person submitted a bid that wasn't quite what I wanted, but it was still a lot more money than I personally would have paid for the card. So the first offer came in for $50. I countered at $75. The person didn't respond. Second offer came in for $100, and I was attempting to sell this thing for $125. So that's not that far off in my mind. So I decided to accept the offer. The person then paid, and now I'm about to go box this up. But I wanted to record this video before I did so. The card that I sold was this one right here. It is a Gambit animation sale, and it is number 22 on the back. What is, oh, that's an animation sale. How cool is that? Wow, and it's of Gambit. That's cool. That is cool. I don't know the odds of getting one of these, but we scored one. That's cool. That is very cool. Animation sale. I don't know how many of these are out there, but Gambit is not a terrible character to get. Not a terrible character to get at all. It is honestly a nice looking card, and Gambit is an awesome character. So I had to do a little bit of research to figure out how to properly ship this thing, because I don't want to damage it. And I've seen all the horror stories of non-comic people trying to ship comics and having them be damaged. So I didn't want to be that guy in the card world. So I watched a couple of videos. I think that I have a technique that will work for me to be able to bundle this thing up and to safely ship it to its new owner. But just a really cool thing. I have a couple of more cards that are already up on eBay. I am keeping my fingers crossed that those will sell. All right, so I just finished cardio a couple of minutes ago, and I wanted to record this video real quick before my day got away from me. I managed to sell another card. The offer came in last night. I accepted it last night. The guy paid first thing this morning, and now I am about to bundle this card up after breakfast, that is. It is a really cool card. It is a ruby red Hulk medallion card, and it is a number card, specifically 52 out of 65. I would have loved to have gotten more money for this card, but to be honest with you, it's a lot more than what I think the card is worth. I mean, it's what somebody will pay, right? So I had the card listed for $500. The person paid $250, which again is not terrible to me, especially when you consider the fact that in all, between the two cards that I've sold thus far, I have brought in $385 against the cost of $350. Yes, in that $385 there is some shipping. So once you deduct that and the eBay fees, honestly, I'm probably at break even, but I still have a few more cards that I'm going to try to list and hopefully will sell, which will put me in a really good position. But a really cool card. Like I said, I'm going to bundle it up now and send it off to the new owner. Stay tuned, because we'll see whether I can move some of these other cards that will be listed a little bit later today. So it has been about a week since my other listings went up, and I have not sold a single thing. I've not sold another card, which is perfectly fine, because when you break it all down, I probably broke even. And if I lost any money, it was probably a very small amount of money, which is perfectly fine, because I honestly had a good time doing it. It was cool to dabble, if you will, in another hobby. I am still hardcore a card guy, but these trading cards are so much an adjacent part of the hobby that it was cool to kind of dabble in that for a moment. And I didn't lose any money, which is great. So one of the big questions is, will I do this again? Absolutely. I don't know what the next card set is, but I will probably pick some up as soon as I figure that out. I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Certainly, if you are a card person and you have some tips and pointers, leave those down in the comment section, because I'll be doing this again and the tips are always helpful. The good news, lastly, is that both cards arrived at their destination undamaged, which is a huge thing for me. If you need to reach out to me, feel free to do so on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care.
This thing on? Mic check. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me clearly. Yeah. Should you practice art, or should art be your practice? I had a question, so I asked it. Not to anyone specifically, but to my inner God, you know? The one that's gonna be a master, the one that's more than a rapper, the one that's an educator, the one that seeks enlightenment. He travels with concepts, he's got the mindset expansive. He understands that his time combined with travel and concepts makes his mind convex. Sort of like when you look at a brain scan, straight off meditation, we was concaving until we had that eternal dialogue that created our dialect. Now we in distinct rooms of pure souls having them conversations. Synergy and combinations. You fly and we waiting. Indian style and the gold.